Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a little disjointed. I'm going to discuss three totally unrelated things. So as you can probably tell from the title, I have gallstones. Um, so yeah, I believe it's yet another genetic gift because my aunt and my grandmother both had their gallbladders removed. So I guess I'm next. Um, so back in January, I had an attack of pain sort of under my breastbone and in my mid-back as well, which I actually thought was really bad heartburn, reflux. I've had severe reflux before that's hurt like the dickens. Um, it didn't occur to me that it was something more serious going on, but I followed up with my family doctor the next day to tell her I had this really bad pain. It went on for like 3 or 4 hours, and she asked me some questions. She examined my abdomen, and she said, I think it's your gallbladder. And she sent me for an ultrasound, and it came back with gallstones. So your gallbladder is a little sac under your liver, and it produces bile. Bile helps digest fat. And if you have stones, which the most common form of stone are collections of cholesterol. Although there's a few different types of stones you can have. I don't know that yet because they're still in me. But when there's stones in there and it's blocked, it can't secrete properly, and you end up in pain and you can't digest fats. So I've had to go on, I'm calling it my gallbladder friendly diet, low fat, low sugar. I've lost 5 pounds. So yay. Um, and I met with the surgeon today, and he said because I've had pain, you don't have to remove gallstones. Some people can live with them. Because I've had pain, they're obviously causing me problems. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them. My surgery is booked for March 16th. And it's going to be, I don't even stay in the hospital one night. I go home the same day. And it doesn't quite feel real yet. And it's all happened. This is for any Americans who are interested in learning about, healthcare. I know some of the information you guys get may not be accurate. So wait times vary drastically by procedure. For me, the first pain attack was in January. My surgery is going to be in March. So all of 2 months. Doctor's visits, ultrasounds, surgeries will cost me a cent out of pocket. I'm getting random pop-ups here. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I want people to sort of be aware of this story. No, it's not a socialist utopia. A lot of things Bernie Sanders says he's going to cover are not covered. Nobody covers those anywhere in any country. But I wouldn't change it, and it's just yet another reason why this is going, so smoothly. So, like I said, the surgery is March 16th, and I will come back on here as soon as I can after, and let everyone know how it went. And I haven't decided what my topic will be for March yet, but that'll be my March video. So the second thing you can see in the title, here we go, I have to open my phone, was my opinion. So I screenshotted. Oh, that's a white blur. Okay, forget that. The article the article says new experimental drug for autism creating divisions. And it says that there's research into a drug that could potentially help people on the spectrum manage everyday social and communication challenges better. And if you keep reading, the neurodiversity people start flipping out because they're saying this is trying to cure autism and autism doesn't need to be cured. If you've seen my neurodiversity video, you know how I feel about this, but I felt it was worth repeating. So the neurodiversity movement, if you don't know, posits that autism is a benign difference, like being gay. It's not a pathology, medical condition, doesn't need to be fixed or cured, and it's part of who you are, and you wouldn't be the same person without it. I don't agree with any of that, because when I look around a room full of my relatives, I can see whether it's values, interests, physical characteristics, what have you. I see bits of me or bits of where I'm the youngest in my family right now. Well, there's one younger. But anyway, I can look around the room and I can see, where I came from, how I was formed, and I can all the time. You can even see behind me my dolls on my shelves, and That's I have other family members that collect and display things. So much of me, of what I do, I can see where it came from in other people. So I believe I would fundamentally be the same person with the same habits, interests, beliefs, values if you got rid of my Asperger's. The difference would be that my interests would not be dialed up to 11. And I will admit that special interests can be a lot of fun. And even in my worst depressions, they're still there. It's still something which other people don't have, which is still something I can go to. But I can count on one hand the number of major depressive episodes I've had in my life. So for that little bit of joy, you know, it's not worth it because of all the negative stuff that also comes with being on the spectrum. So I would happily get rid of sensory integration issues, executive functioning issues, motor skills. My motor skills are poor. And then as the article about the medication talked about, social skills and communication. To be able to communicate better with people would help me in the workplace when I return to work, would help me in my own personal life with friendships. It would be of huge benefit to me. I don't know why anyone would say no. Why people would say this is a bad thing, So yeah, watch my neurodiversity video. I go on and on I tried my best anyway to get my point across about how I feel. But I feel like the neurodiversity people are holding everyone back. Like I said in my longer video, if you want your autism, good for you. But, don't make a choice for everybody else. I think that's what it comes down to, choice. I talk about this at length in a video I've mentioned 5 times now. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anyone else saw something similar. So there's my opinion. And the last thing, the update. So I talked about chronic fatigue syndrome in my last video. I saw an internist, doctor, and he said it's probably chronic fatigue syndrome, and he wanted to investigate a few other things. One of those things was a sleep study, so that's been done. He recommended a particular type of therapy that thought might help me get off some drugs and reduce fatigue. And I met with that doctor, and I'm not a candidate for that therapy. So those 2 things are done and dusted, whereas the other one hasn't even started yet, and I'm ready to bang my head against the wall. This is not typical. This is not Canadian healthcare works. I don't know. This is the weirdest experience. Um, he referred me. That was the third thing. Was he referred me to an endocrinologist to check mitochondrial function, mitochondria rather, are the parts of the cells that make energy. So he gave me the referral, and I kept calling back his office because a long time went by, and I hadn't even received an appointment date. And they kept insisting they hadn't heard back from the endocrinologist, and they kept insisting that place is really slow, takes months to hear back. And finally, I went over to the endocrinologist in person, and she pulled up my file. She said 4 days after the internist's office contacted them, they sent a note back saying their waiting lists are too long, and they can't take me at that clinic. Please try another clinic. And some specialties are very backed up and take a long time to get into. Wait times vary wildly. So I went back to the internist's office. They don't answer their phone. I spoke to someone at the desk. She said the receptionist for the specific doctor I saw, she said he's not in today. I'll have so-and-so, his receptionist, call you back tomorrow. And she never did. So somewhere in the next few days, I'm going to go back over there again. And I think I'm going to be 50 by the time I see this endocrinologist. And if I ever figure this out, I'll let you guys know. Because I do want to find out this information. Because if I do have this mitochondrial issue, that would explain a lot. So I want to know. So if we ever sort this out, I will let you know. And that's it for this little video. And I will be back in March, hopefully with no complications and one less gallbladder. Thank you.